I'm going to show you how to make your Google Slides interactive using an add-on called Pear Deck. If you ask a student a question, you are able with Pear Deck to get real-time responses. You hit Add-on, Pear Deck for Google Slides, and open Pear Deck add-on. I've already done it on this slide. So you ask students what is their name, and if you want them to type in a response, you hit Text. And this at the bottom will appear. That means that students can type in their response and you as the teacher can see their response in real time. Students cannot see each other's responses. You can also have students draw a picture, or you can give students a multiple choice question. Do you prefer the mountain or the ocean? And then type in the different choices that you would like to give students. Mountain or ocean. And update slide. When students answer the question, you can see which students answered which question or how they answered it, and the percent of students that answered each question. You can also have students drag and drop a circle. So if I wanted to ask, which part of the island of Oahu do you live in? You would hit draggable. You would select how large you want the circle to be. And you can also have other options, right, for symbols, and go ahead and update the slide. In addition to these options, Pear Deck has pre-made slides that you can use. They have slides for various subjects and grade levels. So their template library is full of options. If you wanted to have students reflect on the lesson, they have a variety of options. Draw or type 2 things you learned from today's lesson. So once you've made your Pear Deck, this is how you present it. You go ahead and go to peardeck.com, and the website will show you a variety of Google Slides that you have created with Pear Deck. You can either start a live session, which means that as you click through the slides, the students on their device, their slides also change. So you set the pace for the lesson. That would be for example, a synchronous lesson. For an asynchronous lesson, you can do student paced. So let's start a live session. You can also start a live session and then turn it into a student paced session if you don't get through the whole thing. So we would start the lesson, and students on their devices would go to joinpd.com and enter whatever code is particular for the lesson you started, right? So it's PCXWGR. And then students can join on their end. This is a live session. So as you skip through slides, students also advance through the presentation. Teachers can open up a teacher dashboard to see the responses that students are giving. So let's go ahead and open it in another tab. So this is the teacher's view. Got it. And over here is the student's view. So as the teacher, if I wanted to go to the first question, I'm waiting for students to respond, right? And if a student says Natanya, right, that's my name, they can see exactly what the student has written. And below this response will be other students' responses. And you can give students live feedback. Please write your last name. That is the basics of Pear Deck. It allows you to offer real-time responses and get real-time feedback in a totally online setting. Students cannot see each other's responses unless the teacher presents that. Thank you for watching.